Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, Mega Crasher is here, and I bring you guys another Pokemon Sun and Moon video. Now this video is going to involve a little more detail, a little more breakdown, rather than just reacting to stuff. I'm actually going to be breaking down a few things here in this video that we got as of today when it comes to Pokemon Sun and Moon news, such as the typings and the abilities revealed of the Sun and Moon legendaries, as well as a few other things. So with that being said, I'm actually going to go ahead and break down Solgaleo, at least as far as we know about it right now. So its category is the Sun or Sun-A Pokemon, however you pronounce it. I apologize if I butchered that. Its height is going to be 11 feet 2 inches, so you know what, for a quadruped, it's quite tall. Its weight is going to be just a little over 500 pounds, and its typing is going to be Psychic and Steel. Now, as I have mentioned in my reaction video to the Pokemon Sun and Moon news, Steel and Psychic is a pretty rare typing, and there's only 3 Pokemon that have this typing, aside from Solgaleo, now that making 4. That being the likes of Jirachi, Bronzong, and Metagross. And the ability is going to be Full Metal Body, which is essentially a fancier version of Clear Body. Now, what Clear Body does, or in translation, Full Metal Body, is it prevents your stats from being lowered from moves and abilities of your opponents. Now, this is what we know about it so far, but is there more to the ability than just that? Or is it exactly what it says down below? So we have here a little description of Solgaleo, so I'm going to go ahead and read this to you. Since ancient times, Solgaleo has been honored as an emissary of the sun. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that devours the sun. That is pretty damn awesome. Solgaleo's body holds a vast amount of energy, and it shines with light when active. It has a flowing mane with a remarkable resemblance to the sun. Yes, that is in fact 100%, like, without a doubt, obvious. Its signature move is Sun Steel Strike, an attack that charges at an opponent with the force of a meteor, disregarding the target's ability. Now that is crazy. It's essentially a move that has an ability in it known as Mold Breaker. So that means that abilities such as Wonder Guard, such as Sturdy, are ignored completely by this move. It's like, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Now, we don't know what type of move Sun Steel Strike is, which is going to be very, very interesting to speculate. Is it Steel type move, or is it going to be a Psychic type move? Solgaleo's ability is Full Metal Body, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. Technically speaking, that is true, but the effect of the ability is the same as Mold Breaker, which several Pokemon have. With the Full Metal Body ability, a Pokemon's stats will not be lowered by the effects of an opponent's moves or ability. So, I mean, I'm not going to knock on the Full Metal Body ability. It's a good ability, because that means that your stats aren't going to be lowered by an opponent's Pokemon. Now, I'm not sure if it has the same effect if, say, you use a move that lowers your own stats. I think that'd be pretty cool if it negated the stat drops, from moves that you use. That'd be pretty cool, but we won't know until we actually use this Pokemon. So, with that being said, that's pretty much all I gotta say about Solgaleo. Let's go ahead and move on to Lunala. Now, Lunala is the Moon or Moon-A Pokemon. Again, I apologize if I butchered the pronunciation. Its height is going to be 13 feet 1 inch tall, so it's going to be slightly taller than Solgaleo, but it looks like it's more upright. So, I mean, like, obviously because of that and because of its wingspan, which is rather large, it is going to appear bigger than Solgaleo. But its weight is almost half of Solgaleo at 264.6 pounds. Now, its typing is Psychic and Ghost, which is a very unique typing that only one other Pokemon have, that being Hoopa, the regular Hoopa Confined form, I think it's called. And it's a pretty awesome type combination. However, you are 4 times weak to Ghost and Dark type moves. That, in translation, means that you are exceptionally vulnerable to Pursuit. Now, its ability is known as Shadow Shield, which I don't know what this ability does, but hopefully down below it will explain to us what Shadow Shield does. So let's go ahead and scroll down here a little bit. Since ancient times, Lunala has been honored as an emissary of the moon. It is referred to with reverence as the beast that calls the moon. Lunala is constantly absorbing light and converting it into energy. With its wings spread to absorb the surrounding light and glittering like a crescent moon, it resembles a beautiful night sky. Damn right, that is one of the most beautiful night skies I have ever seen in the form of a creature. Lunala's signature Moongeist Beam attack releases an ominous beam of light that disregards the target's ability. So this is essentially the same sort of effect as Solgalio's signature move, and this right here also ignores the opponent's abilities. So that means that this right here would ignore things like Sturdy, would ignore things like Wonder Guard, which is awesome. It's awesome. That means that this thing could essentially one-hit KO Pokemon if it could, regardless if it has Sturdy, which the ability Sturdy allows for you to live any hit if you're at 100% of your HP, but obviously this move don't care. It's essentially a mold breaker within that move. That's awesome. So, oh, here we go. Lunala's ability is Shadow Shield, a new ability that no previous Pokemon has had. With the Shadow Shield ability, a Pokemon will take less damage from an attack that lands when the Pokemon has full HP. So this is essentially a multi-scale ability. So they pretty much took multi-scale and renamed it into something more fancy. Now, this right here, I got mixed emotions about this. I really do. I mean, here's the thing. It's really good that this Pokemon has an ability like that, because that means that at full health, it's not going to be as vulnerable to its 4 times weaknesses to Ghost and Dark, because it would be reduced damage thanks to Shadow Shield, but the ability is only as good as it is if your health is at full 100%, because if you even lose a sliver of HP, your ability's done. It's not going to work. So, I don't know. I mean, I got mixed feelings about this ability. Like, I think that it could have had a better ability, and maybe, just maybe, slightly better typing. However, and this is a big however, I do not mind whatsoever the fact that it's a ghost psychic type. Oh my god, I'm still jumbled up from the big amount of news that was dropped on us. And I find it funny that both the Sun and the Moon legendary share the same psychic typing, which is, like, I find that the psychic typing is a lot more of a cosmic / mystical typing, and it kind of fits for the Sun and Moon legendaries. So, you know, I was thinking to myself, it's like, are these Pokemon going to have, you know, like some sort of type combination that's going to be similar? And, you know, I was thinking, okay, well, I mean, Solgaleo kind of looks like it was going to be a fire type, and maybe have, like, a psychic type as a secondary typing. And with Lunala, I was thinking that maybe it would be, like, a psychic fairy, or, like, I don't know. Or even something like a psychic steel type. But, you know what? Like, the typings that have been revealed of these two Pokemon, amazing. I love these typings, and technically speaking, Lunala has the type advantage over Solgaleo because of the fact that Steel does not resist Ghost-type moves anymore, which means that it's going to hit for super effective damage. So, I mean, that right there is going to give Lunala a type advantage. But that's enough about that. It's time to move on to the next bit of information that I gotta share with you guys. So stay tuned. Right, so the next thing that I want to talk about there real quick happens to be the cool features that have so far been revealed in today's big Pokemon Sun and Moon news. Now, the first cool feature revolves around QR scanning codes. You can actually meet Pokemon using the QR scanner, so that means that, you know, if you wanted to have, like, a Metagross or something like that, according to what they're saying right here, it's like, you can do exactly that. Like, that's amazing. Like, let's just go ahead and go into a little more detail here. Let's go ahead. Oh man, look at this. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, there's a QR scanner function that allows for you to see information about Pokemon when you scan QR code patterns. With the QR scanner, you scan in a QR code and check the information about the Pokemon that corresponds to the QR code. There are QR patterns all in various places all around you, so try scanning them. So this right here, like, this is an amazing new feature right here. QR scanning. That means that you can take Pokemon that you wouldn't be able to find in-game, at least right away, and you could obtain their information, and it would help you to complete your Pokedex, which is amazing. Let's go ahead and scroll down here a little bit. So yeah, like, see, like, register your Pokemon on the Pokedex. Like, see, this is absolutely amazing right here. Like, wow, this is awesome. Let's go back though a little bit, because I noticed something else, and I know that I already kind of mentioned it in my reaction video, but this is crazy. A fucking Rotom Pokedex. I have not ever fathomed an idea like that. Now, the thing that I want to know is this going to be an actual Pokemon that you can use in battle? Or is this just some sort of tease that, you know, you have something that is technically a Pokemon, but you can't use it to battle because it's your encyclopedia that you use to, you know, gather information from your journey for Pokemon. Holy shit. Let's go into details about that. Like, maybe we'll know a little bit more about it. Like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. So let's go ahead. Like, look at this. So yeah, like, we have a picture of the trainer pointing at the Rotom Pokedex here. Is there any information about this here? Like, wow. Okay. The Pokedex is a convenient tool that records information. Okay, so this is, like, the first little bit's kind of irrelevant, like, we already know that. It is known as the Rotom Pokedex, and it's inhabited by Rotom, a Pokemon with the power to reside in various electronic appliances. It does much more than record Pokemon info. It sparkles with its own personality. The Rotom Pokedex shows you current locations and your next destination, and it also gives you advice on where to go next. So this is essentially like almost like a town map as well, like inside a Pokedex, which is really awesome. Wow. Based on the conversations you have with others, it is likely to be of great help to you in many parts of your adventure. And let's see here. The Rotom Pokedex is an extremely rare device. There are only a few trainers that have one, even in the Alola region. So it seems to me that right now it's not a Pokemon that you can actually use in battle. But I might actually make a separate speculation video as to what typing this thing could be if it was to be an actual Pokemon. I mean, I think it'd be pretty damn cool, your Pokedex becoming a Pokemon and battling. That would be awesome. So, I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and move on. And that, my friends, is going to be the Alola region itself. Oh my god, look at the view. We have 4 islands. 4 islands! This is amazing right here. 4 islands, and like look at this. Like, holy shit. They designed the region so well. Oh my god. Like, let's go ahead and scroll down a little bit and see what this is all about here. Your new adventure in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon will take place on the tropical islands of the Alola region. The Alola region centers around 4 islands rich in natural beauty and an artificial island. Artificial island, okay. Where is the... Oh, it must be this little white ship-looking thing right here. Is that the artificial island? I could be wrong. Or maybe it's that one right there, because... Or is it, like, connected? I want to think that these 2 islands are actually connected, because they're so close together. Wow, this is amazing. So, yeah, like, we got the people of Alola. The world of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon is filled with many colorful people in addition to the fascinating Pokemon. Meet some of the folks you'll encounter as you travel through the Alola region. And you see, you got the 2 trainers that, you know, are going to be your main protagonists. So, this is awesome right here. And, like, you can choose a gender and how you look. Now, does this mean that there's going to be trainer customizations? I sure hope so, because trainer customizations back in X and Y was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Like, I was just like, damn. I was really disappointed when they took that out of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I mean, I understand they kind of wanted to keep the traditional third generation Hoenn look for the protagonist going, but I think that it would have been nice to have the option to be able to customize your characters, you know what I mean? So let's read up a little bit on Professor Kukui here. Professor Kukui is the Alola region's dependable Pokemon professor. He lives near your home and looks out for you. He's passionate about his research into Pokemon moves. Sorry, man. I am so excited. And at the same time, I'm really worn out because I've been up for almost 24 hours and I just got back from the gym. So I do apologize if my brain kind of, goes a little bit wonky, or, if I'm slow or freeze up a little bit. I apologize. He's passionate about his research into Pokemon moves and has sometimes taken direct hits from Pokemon when there was something to be learned from it. Wow. So this professor is a bit of a bruiser too, I guess. Like, what the fuck? Sporting a white lab coat slung casually over his bare torso, he shows off his own unique style. And you know what? Like, this right here, like, just makes the professor look so much more cool. So, I mean, we got Lily, who's the mysterious girl who is the assistant of the professor. And, like, let's see what she's all about here. So, this young girl is about the same age as your character. She is working as Professor Kukui's assistant for a personal reason. She's not fond of making Pokemon fighting battles, but she loves reading and has devoured many books. Devoured many books? Devoured means eat. Are you saying that she eats books? Maybe I'm just being silly here, but okay, to each their own, I guess. Lily will play as an important role in the story of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Now, given that line right there, and given her unique style, does she have a connection with the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon legendaries? Maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I mean, who knows? I want to think that she does, because again, like, she has a bit of kind of like a mysterious and, I don't want to say mystical look, but like a very different look. And you would think that, like, just from looking at her, that she has some sort of importance in the game, some sort of connection of sorts. Could be to the legendaries of Pokemon Sun and Moon, could be for something else. And let's scroll down here. Your friend Hao. Hao is a Pokemon-loving young boy with a big appetite. He is the same age as your character. When you move to the Alola region, he makes friends with you right away. He has a real weakness for Melacida, a famous trait in the Alola region, and he always in search of Melacida spots. He is a big-hearted boy who really loves Pokemon. So, it seems to me that, your rival is going to be this guy, and he seems to be very friendly. And with that being said, I hope that he'll present us with a challenge. I mean, I hope that he will be considerably higher level than the character that you play in the game. That way, you'll have more of a challenge, and you'll be able to spend more time in the game grinding and really getting to know the story of the game rather than just being able to overlevel your Pokemon and just sweep through the game. Which, by the way, that kind of brings me to the difficulty settings, which I'll actually talk about that in a separate video. I'm getting way off course here. So, we got Explore the Alola region in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Now, I'm not sure if this is, okay, so we got some sort of, video right here. Alright, what's happening here? Okay. And it's buffering. Just kind of waiting here. Okay. Oh, wait a second. No. Hold on. That was the video that we had already seen. My bad. Okay. So, not really much to say here, although, I need to point this out right here. You see what is on this person's wrist right here? This guy's wrist? What the heck is that? Like, is that just some sort of regular bracelet that your character wears just for style, or is there some sort of meaning behind it? Like, because if you think about it, over the last two games, that being X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the character wore a bracelet, and it was tied to Mega Evolution, right? It was tied to Mega Evolution. So, what are these bracelets here? Are they Mega Evolution bracelets? I mean, here's the thing, it's like, I'm not seeing a Mega Evolution Stone on here, but rather, I'm seeing some sort of diamond crystal-looking thing. Almost like a burst heart or something. Is there gonna be, Pokemon rebursting here in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon? Oh my god! I think we might be onto something! Are you serious? I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but goddamn, this is quite a find right here. What the hell? Oh my god. Wow. Alright, this is interesting. Because, I mean, if you guys remember back when there was that whole Pokemon Burst Hearts, not scare, but that big fiasco going on, thinking that, like, okay, you know, the Pokemon Burst Hearts suddenly surfaced up from the anime, and people are now talking about it. Is there something going on here? Because, I mean, if you pay attention to the Pokemon X, Y, and Z anime, you'll notice that Ash Greninja is a result of him and Ash fusing because they have a bond, right? And it's so fascinating. It's like, how is this happening? And, you know, it kind of brings me to this question here, like, is there going to be Pokemon Fusion in Pokemon Sun and Moon? Is there going to be Pokemon Burst Hearts in Pokemon Sun and Moon as sort of like the unique way of presenting a new way of evolution or transformation of sorts in, you know, Pokemon Sun and Moon? Because you remember back in X and Y, the Japanese logos, you seen the little rainbow double helix. And we didn't know what that was until we figured out it symbolized Mega Evolution, and that was the main theme of Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. And then came Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire's Japanese logos, and you notice that there was orbs in the Japanese logos, and then we found out that they were orbs that represented primal reversion of Kyogre and Groudon. So, I mean, if we remember back to the Japanese logos of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, there were those diamonds that resembled burst hearts. And now we're seeing what looks to be a burst heart right here on the bracelet. So what does this mean? Like, this is a bit of a stretch, okay? This is a bit of a stretch, but I'm willing to bet that there's going to be some sort of burst action, some sort of, how can I put this? There's going to be some sort of connection here. There's going to be some sort of connection, I'm willing to bet, in Pokemon Sun and Moon when it comes to Burst Hearts. I'm almost willing to bet, because, you know, like, why else would this diamond-shaped thing be a part of the bracelet, which would normally be an important accessory of the character, as it was the last two Pokemon games that resembled Mega Evolution, and this right here doesn't have the Mega Evolution Stone on it. Instead, it has a Burst Heart Stone on it. So, could we actually be seeing the beginning of the implementation of Pokemon Burst Evolutions, or whatever, however you call it, in Pokemon Sun and Moon? And is it going to happen for all Pokemon, or just certain Pokemon, such as maybe your starter, or maybe a legendary, or something like that? Well, I don't know, but all I know is that this is crazy. I mean, it may not seem like that we got, like, too much info. I mean, really, all we got, if you skim through the trailer without looking too much into it, I mean, all we really had revealed was the typings and the abilities and the names of the moves of the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon legendaries, as well as, you know, having a Rotom Pokedex being a fancy version of a Pokedex, as well as what the actual layout of the region itself looks like. But if you take a closer look into this, it's like there may be more to it than just that. I mean, what the hell? Like, I could just be completely going crazy here, but I think I might be onto something. Like, is there anything else here? Like, is there anything else? Like, see, like right here, that we got a closer look at the bracelet here. Like, you notice, yeah, that diamond, that gem thing. It looks like a burst heart from the manga. You know? What the hell? Oh my god, dude, this is insane right now. I can't believe that that this right here could be a reference to the Pokemon manga, because like, I just wow. Oh my god. I might have to make more videos, you know, to kind of separate these and to, you know, break down them even further and discuss them with you and, you know, make theories out of it. Could be really fun. So I'm gonna end this video off right here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you slap a like. Let's see if we can aim for 10 likes. See if we can aim for 10 likes. Because I don't do theory videos and breakdowns often, but I mean, who knows? Like, this might be one of my most liked videos, or it might not be. But who knows? If you want more content like this, make sure you rate, comment, share this channel, share this video, and subscribe today to Mega Crasher in the community, because you already know the deal by now, my friends. When we're a community title packed and tightly knit as one, you know that we shine brighter than Solgaleo and Lunala combined. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next upload. Woohoo!